Hello. How's it going, cool people who party all the time up until late of the night? Good to see ya. It is still my birthday. I have arrived. You have made it. One second. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's my birthday. We're gonna party like it's my birthday for another 13 minutes. Ooh, yeah, it's my birthday. It's my official birthday stream. I made it to my birthday. Made it and I'm streaming right now on my birthday. I went and saw a play. Then I went to a restaurant. I like the restaurant a lot. I want to go back there at some other time. Sing us a song, Piano Man! That is such... I feel like... Hopefully nothing bad has happened to Billy Joel, but I've always... That is such a humble brag song, if I've ever heard one. It's so funny, because it's like... Sing us a song, Piano Man. You are really smart and cool. You have cool stuff you say and you do. And you're good looking too. Whereas we're all ignorant slobs who suck and are bad. Anyways. Yeah, it's a great song. Anyways. How's it going, Fade? One second. I've just posted in all the places that I post. Okay. And Uptown Girl, she's been living in Uptown World. She's been doing Uptown Girl. She's been living in her Uptown World. That's all the song that I know. Anyways. That's all the song that I know. Uptown Girl! Oh. Billy Joel wrote this song about a girl, his wife, that he later divorced. It was acrimonious and it was very public. Uptown Girl! Oh. So yeah, I saw a play today. I went to a nice, very hip, trendy restaurant downtown. I felt very good. My mom got me this shirt for my birthday. It's from Manchester United. It's from Manchester United, which is my favorite football team. No. I bought... there's been this running bit in the house lately about Manchester United. It's yes! Hey! Happy birthday to me. Good Good to see you, eh? Thank you. Yep, we still have 10 minutes. We still have 10 minutes of my birthday left. We'll do all the awesome birthday things. I'm 33 years old now, the same age as Jesus and Mozart. I feel very... So, I got a year to match those guys and what they did. Yeah. Oh, what? I don't know what this is. What is this? I'm honored. I'm honored that you said I was your favorite. I don't think that's what it was. I looked up DTI and its debt to income ratio, which I don't think is what you were doing. Yeah. Oh, I love Holst. Let's go to Toast. I think he's probably... Honestly, Holst is probably my favorite. I love the Planet. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I love the Planet suites so much. That's some of my favorite classical music is the Planet. Is the Planets. I used to listen to that all the time. Press to impress. Well, thank you. I'm very happy. Which is a world... one second. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Which is a Roblox game. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I love all of this. I'm going to sneeze again. One second. Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. You like my jersey? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, my mom got me this for my birthday. It is Manchester United. It's the team I own. I own Manchester United. Yeah, I own a sports team. I'm, as the owner of Manchester United, which is one of the biggest soccer teams in the world, it was very hard, very difficult. So the origin of this bit is I randomly bought 5 shares of Manchester United. It is my birthday. Useless, I appreciate the lurk nonetheless. Yes. Nah. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it is my birthday. I am 33 years old. I'm 33 years young. Yeah. I went to a Thai restaurant that this girl in my writing class suggested. Delicious. It was delicious. It was really great. It's called Street to Kitchen. Some of the best Thai food I've had in a long time, outside of Thailand. It was amazing. It was great. I went to a show. The show was okay, but the food was really good. You're 2 years old. You must be the smartest baby in the world, then, Fade. So what have we been up to? Uh, what have we been up to these days, everybody? Yeah, I was gonna say that. How was your brother's birthday? Very fun, very fun. Yeah, uh, Fade's brother was born June 20th. You can't read. I assume Fade, did you have like psychic abilities? Am I correct? Yeah, happy birthday to your brother. Uh, I always say this, but it's like everybody in my life has a summer birthday in some way. Now, I believe I was talking to Fade because Fade, I said, Fade, oh, you don't have a brother. Yeah. I meant to say A. Well, Triple A, you. Okay, sorry. Sorry. It's late, okay? And I may have had a few drinks at the show today. Don't. Yeah, it's late, and I may not. Yeah. Ugh. No, I didn't say that out loud. I didn't say that out loud. I was thinking it. No, I'm a good role model. I'm a good role model for young people. I certainly never engage in vices like that whatsoever. Why would I do that? Honestly, because maybe the play was a little boring and I was trying to juice it up a little bit. So, that's fine. So this play, it was okay. My main problem with it was a place in England, and it starred three Americans. And guys, do you guess that they all did bad and very broad comedy act, British comedy accents? I don't remember what it was called. It was a new. I don't remember what it was called, but it was. But would you believe that they all had bad, broad, very fake sounding British accents? Why you got it like in that, you know? It was like that. It was a choice. It was a choice. It was, you know, it was like, "Oh, we're in England and we're talking in English accents. We're doing it in the way that Americans do it." I know mine is perfect and great, and because of my excellent ear for the way dialects work, I can perfectly imitate an Englishman. But not everybody is so lucky. I'm a little clogged. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a tiny bit clogged up. My nose is a little bit clogged at the moment. Uh, yeah, I'm just so perfect. Anyways, yeah. Ugh. This is, I believe, I've only ever gone once. This restaurant, I really like this restaurant. It's the first time I believe I've ever gone to a Michelin star restaurant. Or the second time I've ever gone to a Michelin star restaurant. Uh, do you guys know what the Michelin is? The Michelin Guide is. It's a big deal. That's a very big deal if a place has a Michelin star. And it had been only in select cities that would get Michelin stars, but they've been, one of the things the guide has been doing is trying to expand. To different cities. Okay. I do that. You know what? I'll say it. I do. I have to. I notice myself doing that at times. You know who does that a lot is my mom. My mom does that all the time, especially when my mom doesn't really have a Canadian accent anymore. But when she's around, the Canadian family, her accent, she starts to get an accent again. It's very funny. I have, I have, I I can sort of do a Canadian. I can sort of do. I can do an okay Canadian accent, and that's just because I have a lot of Canadian relatives, so I'm always just kind of impersonating them. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, I don't know there. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That seems very hard. It's very difficult. Yeah. If you've ever been to Canada, it's very difficult. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds difficult. It sounds very difficult. Do you consider yourself? Do you consider that? I have a theory that Florida isn't really part of the South. It's my theory. I've had a theory for a long. No, it's Canadian. It's Canadian. Yeah, Minnesotan isn't all that different from Canadian. They all have the trick to Canadian accent is always, oh gosh, dear, it's like yeah, yeah. That's Minnesotan. What are you talking about? Yeah. The trick the trick I always think with Canadians, the thing is Canadians have there's a specific linguist term for this, but they always accentuate at the end of almost everything. So it's like, oh yeah, that's what you're saying, or I'm from Toronto. And the trick with that is it always sounds like they're asking a question. Although Toronto accents are terrible, but Toronto accents always have a very distinct thing because it's like, um, yeah, I mean, it's so. I always have a theory about what counts as the South and what counts as the Southwest. Robin! Yes, it's my birthday for. Oh, well, it was my birthday. Hey, Robin, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Robin. Good to see you. Yes, it was my birthday. I'm 33 years old. I'm the same age as Jesus. So I got a year to live. That boy. Yeah. Okay. You guys want to hear my theory about the difference between what is the South and what isn't the South? Okay. So the South and the Southwest have a very easy way to figure out their distinction. It all has to do. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Jesus Christos, son. Oh, what is it? Damn it! I'm such a bad Catholic. I don't know Latin. I don't know the Latin. Jesus Christos, son Patos. I'm probably doing it the wrong way. I always forget if it's left to right or right to left. Anyways, that's good. I know it's coming on very late. I went out and did a bunch of stuff for my birthday, and then I was like, you know what? I have time. I could come on and I could still do a birthday stream. It will only be a birthday stream for the first couple of minutes, but it'll still count. Are you? So, Jesus too. Are you going to do anything different for your second time around? Thank you, Sean R. Kisser. One. Thank you, other Sean. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, you not only have the same first name as me, but you have the same middle initial as me. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, you could support it a little. Didn't did that message not go through? Yeah, exactly. We're close enough. So tell me, what did everybody do today? I'm happy to hear that everybody. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that sounds fun. Theoretically, this is a writing stream, and I probably should try and get some writing done because I do owe a short story to a class in about a week, but a week and a half. I haven't really thought of anything yet. Well, I have. I'm just okay. Tell me more about this. So, Fade, how is everybody's creative projects going? Fade, how are your creative projects going? Okay, A. Good to see you. Go. If you're going to bed, go to bed. I support that immensely. Okay. So they summon like a real weirdo hero, huh? That's fun. I A has an A is of course the Rizzler, and they have an exciting life to live. They're a bon vivant. Also, A doesn't talk about this all that much, but they're also an international jewel thief, and they're right now in Monaco, prepping to steal a mass amount of jewels. Okay. Okay. Sounds fun. That's okay. Okay, tell me more about this story, Brother Sean. You're excited for your haircut? That's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Um, hello, hello. Yeah. Okay. I like that idea. How's it going now? Thank you so much for wishing me a happy birthday. Uh, yes, it has been a fun. It has been a fun bit of time. So tell me, Sean, how much have you written in this project? We have another Sean in the chat. Yeah, no worries. I got it. People always seem, I always say this to people, but like, no worries. Abby, good to see you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it immensely. Oh, let me give you a shout out, Emmy. If you're not following Emmy, you should. Hello, hello. I ate 5 children. Sorry, one second. Hello, hello. I ate 5 children because I thought they were fried chicken. How's it going? I'm going to give you a shout out, Emmy. No, wait, sorry. May have had one or two. May have had one or two drinks uh, in my birthday celebrations. Forgive me for that. Hope everything is going well. I know you are streaming at the moment, Epi, so I won't interrupt you. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a common problem. It's a common problem for everybody. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad your guy wants to destroy slavery. That's uh, a struggle for some other isekai protagonists, I have to admit. Yeah. Yes, good, good. So, uh, should probably do some writing, although it's late at night. Truth be told, guys, I probably would have done like art today, but I was a little bit too lazy to set up my art stuff. Uh, okay, how did you land on this? Fade, how did you land on this? Okay. We should do some writing today. Okay, tell me about that. Totally based. Totally based. Totally based. Ugh. You know what my favorite color is? I like black because it's all the colors. And I think that's cool. Oh boy. Oh man, I am real tipsy at the moment. Black is everything. Okay. Okay, that sounds interesting, Sean Arkiser. My favorite color is candles. Okay. Okay. That's my favorite color, fade. It's candle. I like candles over asparagus. Yeah, they're my favorite color. You know what candles are. I like the color of candles. That's my favorite type of color. Then asparagus. Then nightmares. I like the color of nightmares. I like the color of nightmares. And then I like the color of heaven. So, candles, asparagus, nightmares, heaven. Yeah. Okay. Okay, tell me more, Sean. What? Which Batgirl is this first? Is this Barbara? And second, what is her character arc, Sean? What's the character arc she is going through? I mean, yes, I know that, Fade. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. No. What? You can't be. That's not. Sean times 2. What is that? That would be another Sean. Are you saying there's another Sean? God, I am so. Oh boy. That would be 2 Seans walking around being cool. Okay. Okay. Cool. We are cool. We are awake. Are there? Oh, do I have my thing going? I bet. I bet. Are you hearing 2 of me? Ugh. Where could that be? Okay, Fade. It's good talking to you. I don't see. I don't see where it is. Oh yes. There's another guy named Sean. Okay. So here's what we do. Let's ask. Okay. Okay. Sean. Sean R. I had a teacher who talked about this concept. We're gonna explore it here for a second. Okay. It's called the about. Okay. So this story you're telling me. It's about Barbara Gordon being sent to another universe where Batman never existed. Okay. But what is the about? What is she doing? Why is she doing what she's doing? It's called never. There's a word for that. That's called neutral. You've been very neutral on her. My favorite severe indifference. Okay, but we're asking Sean Kaiser here about his thoughts. My favorite Batgirl, it's a tie. It's either Cassandra Cain or Stephanie Brown, and I go back and forth who my favorite is. But I like them both. So yeah. Okay. 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 So, but motivates that, Sean? What motivates that idea? Why does Barbara, I'm using this as a teaching moment, never, please. I'm using this as a teaching moment. Why does Barbara want order in a world of chaos? Okay. Okay. But what? Okay. In here, what is missing for her? What is missing for her? See? Characters, fundamentally, are about wants. And what Barbara wants is to gain control over a chaotic world. And I'm asking, Sean, I want you to think about this because now I want you to apply it to your lawful good guy. What is missing in here, in the soul of the person that going on this adventure could potentially fill? Okay. 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 Explore that thought a little bit more. Explore that thought just a little bit more. Go a little bit more in depth on that. Okay. 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 Never, by the way. I know you've been busy, but I want to know. I want to know. I want to know how the writing has been going. I feel I'm getting drunker and drunker, even though I haven't drunk anything. But I feel like the alcohol is finally starting to hit all of me, and it's coming all. See, here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with me on alcohol. One, I don't drink it a lot, so I don't really have that much of a tolerance for it. Two, alcohol is always kind of a delayed thing for me. I feel like what happens is I drink it, and then like 2 hours later, suddenly it hits me, and I'm like, I felt suddenly I'm like, oh my god, I'm so drunk now. What happened? I was fine. Okay, I was fine. Yeah. Oh my god, it's fucking Keller. It is Keller Never. Thank you for the follow, Sean R. Kaiser. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that idea, Sean. Okay. Oh man, I hate the. It's too hot to do anything here in Texas, Neva. And being as today is the longest day of the year, I assume it is very hot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Oh yeah. Well, see, never. Who was it? T? Because I know T. I think T wrote. I know T streams on here all the time, and she wrote some Birds of Prey. I'm pretty sure. T's nice. If you've never met T, she's nice. Yeah, she's nice. But what was I thinking? Okay, serious question for everybody. Who's your favorite Batgirl? There are correct answers, and I will judge you if you pick wrong. I've talked about this before. That my two favorite characters when I was a kid were Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain. I really liked them when I was a teenager. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I want to do some writing. I have some writing. I have a week to finish a short story I'm working on. Okay. Okay. Sounds okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Sean, go on, go on. I mean, as a teenager, I always loved Batman. You know, as a kid, my favorite character was Batman, which I know is it was Batman and Spider Man were my favorites. Um, and I know that's such a boring answer, but I was a boring kid. I always liked the most popular stuff. I didn't become interesting in my taste till I was a teenager. But what was I saying? Yeah, but when I started reading comics, like my favorite characters were Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown. I really liked them. Anyways, um, I've talked about that before. I've probably talked about that too much before. Um, well, partly because the screwing over of Cassandra Cain, screwing over of Cassandra Cain is one of the most infamous incidences in DC Comics history, and it was such a disaster that in many ways DC is still kind of paying for it today. Like the repercussions of Cassandra Cain's series going bad is so I think was such a disaster that in many ways it's still causing problems till today in the DC universe. That it never totally healed from that. It made a much worse. There's another decision that was so disastrous that it caused nothing but problems for decades. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So. Yeah. So. Okay. I mean, this is a whole history I've talked about before, but screw it. I can talk about this. There are, I believe, two decisions DC made. Count them, two. Two decisions that DC made in the early 2000s that were so disastrous and caused so much problems that it took about 20 years to fix them. And they're kind of, and they were kind of, I don't know if they were related, and they're kind of related. But okay, so the first one was, I think. Okay, there's an ad coming up, so I don't. Okay, anyways, the first one I think was killing off Wally. Not bringing Barry Allen back and killing off Wally West. And the other was deciding to make Cassandra Cain a villain for a brief time. And I believe these are the two decisions that caused so much problems for DC. Caused so many people. This is of course from my personal perspective, but I was in the comics fandom at that time, and people were fucking furious about that for years. Every time DC was talked about, people still brought those two decisions back up. And nobody could get over it for a long time. to the point where it's like, I think even like now, it's still these sort of problems. It's honestly a decision on the level of like um of disaster on the level of disaster, like the Brand New Day thing, where it's like no matter what, Brand New Day, like people are still mad about Brand New Day, and Spider-Man comics can't quite escape that one decision. It was sort of on the level of those disasters because like kind of every major decision comes back to the fact that fans wanted Wally West back as Flash, and they didn't particularly. Modern day fans liked Wally West more than Barry Allen, and they just wanted him back. So every decision that is made in retrospect for this to bringing set up bringing Barry Allen back caused more problems. Um. So. Anyways, I could go on. It's a lot. Anyways, because the decision to bring Barry Allen back also compounded. They wanted to bring Barry Allen back, so the way they did that was through Flashpoint, which caused the New 52, which everybody hated so much that they had to reboot it again 2 or 3 years later, which caused it just keeps going on. It's just I want to do a video about this at some point where it's just like how everything stemming from those two decisions just makes it worse. DC will dig themselves into a bigger and bigger hole because of that, and I have nobody's like expressed this exactly, but I always have a theory that those two decisions were so disastrous, and also like it created a problem like for DC, because DC. Well, the thing with Cassandra Cain, because I loved the Cassandra Cain comic as a teenager, and the thing with like this Cassandra Cain comic, is, boy, I think DC would have liked to have had that in the last decade. They would have liked to have really had that because that, boy, would have that got them really far. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Lady Shiva's great. Yes. Well, I had a theory that Lady Shiva. Anyways, I was yeah, yeah, yeah. All that stuff is fun. All that stuff is really fun. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, it's really good. If you ever read the Cassandra Cain, I always recommend for people who want to get into Batman to read the Cassandra Cain comics because that's a good intro. Because that's a really good intro to the Batman stuff is through Cassandra Cain. Anyways, I promised. Anyways. Ugh. Well, if I could, what screws it up. So the real ruinous decision was replacing Wally West with Barry Allen. But what burns the bridge is Cassandra Cain making a villain turn for a brief time. So there is this thing that was going on in DC, and I kind of sorry, I'm drunk. I'm drunk, and I'm trying to explain things. There are a lot of history, and it's also stuff I haven't read in a very long time. So I haven't read this stuff since I was like a teenager. So I'm trying to remember stuff like this. So yeah, but yeah, yeah. Cassandra, by the way, is back. Like they've been really elevating her again, even though like so. Okay, ad. There should be an ad right now. I don't know if there is, but there should be. Anyways, yeah. And I was, yeah. Okay. Okay, I like that. And I always like a good story with a good friendship at the center of it. And I always like Cassandra and Stephanie's relationship. I've always thought that was a good relationship. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, a. Yeah. We're gonna do. I mean, technically, all superheroes are vigilantes. Well, I'm trying to get myself psyched up because I want to do some writing, but I'm tired. I'm tired at the same time. But I was thinking about this, Never and Sean. I want to make a video about this, but this will require me a lot of research. I was thinking about this recently. Isn't it strange that there are no cop superheroes? Like, isn't it strange that it's actually really relatively rare for a superhero to be a cop? Like an actual cop who's on the police force? I would think. But Punisher is an ex-cop. I was trying to think of it. I was trying to think of like, because like, the Flash is like a yeah is like a forensic scientist. Is a forensic scientist for a police department. But that's not really like yeah. Yeah. Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon was the only one I could think of outright who was a cop. But it's like Punisher is an ex-cop. So but it's comparatively quite rare for a superhero to actually be a legitimate like part of the police. Like they occasionally, super spy. Super spy is something that can be a job for a superhero, but they're never really police officers. I don't know. There's yeah yeah. But have you? I don't know. I can't think. I know there's like Blue Shield, who is I believe a very obscure DC superhero. That was one. But if I remember, I think is he blue? That's a very obscure superhero that because I've looked this up before. Yeah. Okay. Blue Shield. Marvel. He's a Marvel superhero. Yeah. But yeah, and if not, they'll be like real like D-list superheroes if they are. Like Blue Shield. Blue Shield is one. Oh, and he first appeared in Dazzler. Oh my god. I think Toxin is the other one. Toxin is the other one I could think of off the top of my head. Who is Toxin superhero? Let's see. Who is a version of is the symbiote of who is another symbiote? Is the Carnage offspring? Yeah. Yeah, but even then, he stops being a cop when he becomes a superhero. Yeah, exactly. What a oh man. Dazzler ended up becoming a fun character, but because I've read her in later issues, but as somebody who has read the Dazzler comics, the original Dazzler comics, those are a real struggle to get through. Dazzler is fun in later series, but I read the original Dazzler series, a couple of issues of the original Dazzler stuff. That was tedious to get. That was very tedious to get through, and I didn't like that. That may be one of the more boring comics that Marvel produced. And the fact that Dazzler has such a funny backstory, like a real life, the reason why she exists is so funny that I thought the comics would be a fun disaster, and it was. They weren't really. Do you guys know the history? Who Dazzler is and why she came into existence? Like what they wanted to do with her. It's a wild story. It's a wild story. No, let me turn this light on. Do you guys know the backstory of Dazzler? No. Oh, okay, okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to explain who Dazzler. Well, let me show you who Dazzler is, and it'll be apparent why it's so dorky that Blue Shield appeared in Dazzler. Okay, this is Dazzler. I assume at some point she'll make it to the MCU. In fact, let me see. Don't spoil it. I assume she'll make it to the MCU at some point. Let's see. I'm just curious if she has already. Okay, no. Well, okay. Apparently she was briefly in Dark Phoenix, but okay. I don't want to spoil that. Oh, not you. The thing. Okay, sorry. These things bug. Okay, so Dazzler. Okay. If things had gone correctly, Dazzler would have been a big deal. So okay, Dazzler was a collaboration. Was a collaborative project that Marvel did with Casablanca Records. Do you guys know Casablanca Records? If you don't know, was the source of the major music industry label in the 70s. In some way, they are the people who brought disco into the mainstream through their act. They also represented Kiss. They were also the record label of Kiss. Anyways, so Marvel and Casablanca decided to collaborate, and the reason they wanted to collaborate was that they were going to make a movie together, and this was going to be Dazzler. Dazzler was meant. Well, yeah, well, that's. Let me explain what happened. Yeah, Dazzler was meant. No, but that's part of the story is that I believe she came in the 80s, if I remember correctly. Dazzler was meant to be the first Marvel movie character. Let's see. No, she came in the 80s. You have no, never. You're getting at one of the first problems with this project. They wanted to make a disco-themed superhero movie in the 80s. Disco's moment in the sun had come and gone. And that's when they decided, you know what we gotta do over at Marvel? We gotta make a disco superhero. Anyways, yeah, so the plan was they were gonna make it was gonna star Bo Derek as Dazzler. And she was a superhero pop star. She was a superhero pop star, and that was the story of Dazzler. And of course, Uh, they were making this as Casablanca Records was totally collapsing in on itself. And like just doing all the cocaine in the world. So what they got left was Dazzler the character. Now I have read part of the script, and let me tell you this, Never and Sean. They were planning to use this movie to smuggle in the rest of the Marvel Universe. That was the idea. The hope was to. I've read enough of the script. This was their plan to start the MCU all the way back in the 80s. It was going to star Dazzler as a truly. It was going to be the Dazzler movie. They were going to try and do the MCU there, because almost every Marvel character is meant to cameo in this movie in some form or another. Anyways, so that's the history of Dazzler. The script is still floating around there. Yes, it would have been. It's hilarious. It is one of the funniest. It is one of the funny things. But the thing about Dazzler is still around. They don't get rid of that. Like, Dazzler is still around. She's still in the Marvel Universe. Let's see. I believe they made her like yeah, we need Blue Shield. We need Blue Shield. The lamest superhero ever. It's funny because I think he actually has something of a cult following, but modern day. Let's see, because I know they kind of made her like a punk rock girl at some point. But yeah. See, Dazzler's still around. Yeah. We got to get Blue Shield. He needs to be. You know what I should do? What we should do at some point? Now I want to do this. Now I'm committed. Here's the thing. I'm committed to this now, and I'm committed to it because my blood alcohol level is elevated, and anything you say when your blood alcohol level is elevated is something you sincerely really want to do, and don't just think it would be a fun idea. The script is out there. The script is out there. You can read it for free online. Oh, of course Jim Shooter wrote it. Of course Jim Shooter wrote it. Ugh. Let me see if I can find it. Jim Shooter always says a lot. Here, okay, yeah. Here it is. I can find it again. Now that it's out there, we can find it. Anyways, we should do a live reading of the Dazzler script. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Yes. The Enchantress. From Thor, the Enchantress. Oh, damn it! No, it was going to be produced. The Enchantress. It was going to be the Enchantress, and she was going to be played by Cher. And it wasn't Harvey Weinstein. Darn it. It was Jerry Bruckheimer who was going to produce it. It was going to be Jerry Bruckheimer producing it. It was going to... Yeah. Well, Dazzler isn't a superhero. She's a mutant. She's a mutant. Yeah, she's a mutant who only does... She's a mutant who has power, like, to dazzle, to, like, do lights, so that makes her like. But she isn't a superhero. She's just a pop star. She doesn't have a secret identity. Let's see. I'm trying to find the script because now I'm irritated because script it's around. I found it before. I just need to. It's around. I found it before. I just need to do some. Yeah, cuts on her. I just need to find it. I mean, from what I read of the script, it's pretty much just the. It's pretty much just the first few issues of the comic, but. Okay, here, okay. Here is the list of celebrities that were set to appear in it. Yeah. Okay. Guys. Here's the list of celebrities that were set to appear in this. I always forget how, okay. Cher, Donna Summers, Kiss, The Village People, Rodney Dangerfield, Robin Williams, and Lenny and Squiggy. We're all set to appear in this. Now the question is, I've read the script. I know the script. And what I remember from the script is the script really stretches to include every single Marvel character they can. And what I'm thinking is, there's a possibility what they were planning to do was have these celebrities voice the Marvel Comics characters. So the question is, who was going to voice who? For some reason, I like Rodney Dangerfield for Iron Man. Hey! Okay. Where is it? I want to find it. This is driving me up a wall. This is driving me up a wall. I can't find it because I found it before. I should have downloaded. Okay. Anyways, whatever. Yeah. I should have downloaded it. I'm too tired to do it today. I will spend the rest of tomorrow probably trying to find it. What? No, never. What are you talking about? These were sober people. Okay, who would you recast? This is an interesting thought. Yeah, no, these were sober people who thought rationally about everything. And then, there's, and then in the middle of it is boy supervillain Jim Shooter. Jim Shooter's a very. I don't want to get into Jim Shooter. He's a complicated figure in the history of comics. Let's just leave it at that. He made a lot of decisions. Yeah. Okay, who would you recast? I'm curious because I. Okay. All killer choices. All killer choices. But let me throw something out at you. Let me throw something out. Let me throw something out at this. I have an alternative suggestion for the Bandit. Because it's not Pedro Pascal. It's not Pedro Pascal. The Mandalorian. Is he not the modern day Burt Reynolds in many ways? Is he not Burt Reynolds in a lot of ways? Well, if Arnold's going to be the sheriff, let's have Patrick Schwarzenegger be the incompetent son. Let's cast. We'll put him in a suit. But let's have Patrick Schwartz be the son. Yeah. Exactly. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Make him as dumb as a brick. Okay. Yeah. Tell me what it is. I want to hear. I want to hear what it is. You're gonna tell me what this is, and then me, you, never. We're gonna do something amazing. We're gonna do a writing sprint. How does that sound? I want to do a writing sprint because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one. We're gonna do a writing sprint. We're gonna get so much writing done. You're gonna be shocked. You'll be shocked and amazed and bemused and shocked by the amount of writing you get done on this beautiful day, which is 33 years ago yesterday. I was born. I came into this world. You're all so beautiful. All of you. Okay. You hear me? Okay, so let's do it. Okay. Grow up and do it, and it's gonna be fun and great. And it's gonna be the best. I trust you guys. Twitch mutant should be allowed! Dang it! They are X-Men! They are heroes. Okay, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it, and it's gonna be amazing. It will be the most amazing thing you have ever seen in your life, and it will be starting this. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. What? We did it! We did it! We did it! You should feel so glad that you did it. We sprinted like a wild animal through the waves. Hope everybody's having a lot of fun. Hi, fun people. Hello, fun people. I hope you're all having good times in this fine and wonderful day. It started out at the day of my birth, but in many ways it's not the second day you're alive, your real birthday. No, it's not. Oh my god. I'm tired. Maybe a little bit drunk. Okay. I don't think I got the ability to go on anymore, guys. I'm gonna call it here. Unless people want to talk. Unless people want to talk and hang out. Suddenly it popped up again. No? No? Okay. Starting. Anybody want to talk? Okay. You guys are good. You guys are good people. Okay. You're all amazing people. Bam!